Every relationship hides a story, and every story carries pain. Welcome to Cheating Stories Insights, where truth bleeds through words. The house smelled of roasted chicken and deceit. Laughter spilled from the dining room, bouncing off walls that no longer belonged to me. My wife's voice carried above the rest, bright and rehearsed, when she leaned in, kissed my cheek, and asked me sweetly, "Honey, can you grab some chairs from the garage?" I obeyed, always the obedient one. The garage light flickered once, buzzing, and there it was, my suitcase. Packed. Too neat, too final. On top of it, a folded sheet of paper. Surprise, you're out. Everyone voted. New locks go on at 8 p.m. I froze. My chest hollowed. Through the grimy window, I saw them, her sisters, her parents, even my so-called friends, lifting glasses, smiling like actors in a scene they had all rehearsed together. They had already buried me in their laughter. But they forgot something. I don't die quietly. The paper trembled in my hand, though not from weakness. I read it again, tracing the cruelty in her handwriting. The sharp loops of her letters looked almost gleeful. She wanted me humiliated, exiled like a dog. But humiliation doesn't stick when you decide not to wear it. I slid the note into my pocket and stared at the suitcase. Clothes I didn't fold. Shoes aligned without my hand. She had touched every piece of me while plotting to erase me. And still, my face didn't change when I walked back inside. More laughter, more food passed around. She looked at me once, her smile sharper now, waiting for me to see the trap, waiting for me to break. I sat, I ate, I drank. Not a flicker gave me away. Inside, though, the storm sharpened. The days leading up to this moment made more sense now. The odd whispers on the phone, the sudden dinners she insisted on having with friends from work, the strange way her family hovered lately, circling like vultures that already smelled the rot. I began replaying every detail. Her late-night texts, the empty stares, the quick silences whenever I entered a room. It was never disorganized chaos. It was coordinated. And now, here it was, the execution. My supposed birthday dinner was nothing more than a funeral for my place in this house. But funerals can have surprises. I let them clink their glasses. I let them laugh. I let her bask in the glow of her little coup. While beneath the table, I pressed my phone to my leg, slid open my messages, and sent one text, one name, one call owed to me from years ago. Insurance, in human form. Then I smiled back at her. I didn't sleep that night. They celebrated late, oblivious. She stayed in the living room after everyone left, sipping wine with her sister, whispering about how easy it was going to be, how the locks would turn, how I'd be gone before morning. She didn't see me listening from the staircase. I didn't need to. I already knew enough. When I finally lay down beside her, she turned her back to me, body loose with victory. My eyes stayed open, wide, clear, calculating. Morning arrived with silence. No words over breakfast. She hummed as she cleared plates, as if she were already living in the house she imagined. Me gone, him in. At 7:55 a.m., I placed my keys neatly on the counter. My phone buzzed once. The message was short. All set. 8 a.m. sharp. I walked out the front door, suitcase in hand, like the obedient husband she wanted me to play one last time. Through the window, I saw her grinning to herself, already rehearsing the story she'd tell, about how she outsmarted me, how everyone cheered. But the story was about to change. At 8 a.m. sharp, a sound shattered the quiet. A deep, metallic bang against the front door. Not once, not twice, repeated, relentless. The locks she bragged about were already being tested. Through the thin walls, I heard startled voices, shuffling feet, her sharp, panicked tone replacing last night's smugness. I didn't turn back. I didn't need to see their faces twist when realization set in. The new owner of this house, her lover, her savior, the man she thought would replace me, wasn't coming to move in. He was coming to collect. The debt she thought I carried wasn't mine anymore. I had transferred it neatly, silently. Every paper, every signature, already in place. She hadn't just voted me out of the house, she had voted herself into a cage. I kept walking. Down the street, away from the sound of fists on doors, shouts from inside, the chaos erupting in the home that once pretended to be mine. My suitcase rolled steady behind me, wheels whispering against the pavement. People glanced at me as I passed, but no one saw the storm that had already settled into silence. No rage, no grief, just clarity. By the time the sirens began echoing from blocks away, I was already gone. She wanted a spectacle, a story she could tell, and she got one. Only now, she was the headline. I didn't look back, not once. Because the truth is, you don't fight for a place where you were never welcome. You burn it into memory and let the ashes choke the ones who lit the match. My birthday gift wasn't a suitcase. It wasn't exile. It was freedom, wrapped in betrayal, handed to me by the very people who thought they'd buried me. And as I disappeared into the city's hum, one thought anchored me. Cold, sharp, final. They wanted me out. Now they'll never forget I was here.